Welcome everybody to tonight's stream as we play some Rockies franchise games live. I have been working a lot on Madden 23 sliders and getting the Tennessee Titans franchise ready to go. So in the meantime, some things have slowed down on the channel, but I felt like, you know what? I haven't posted a lot lately. Let's go live tonight. Let's knock out a couple games with the Rockies, get some recording done for the series here, and just chill out. I could really use a stream right now. Been having a lot of fun with those, the streams I've done with Madden 23 being out. So welcome everybody to the stream. This is not an official Rockies franchise episode, but it is recording for the next official episode that will include the debut of one Zach Gallen in a Colorado Rockies uniform. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. Yes, I also turned 30 today, so appreciate all the birthday wishes. Getting old, man. Yeah, you know who else is 30 on here? In game, anyway. Zach Gallen. Hey Peyton, new member on the channel. You got that 1 year badge. I still have to update those 3 and 4 year badges. I will get around to that shortly. It's been a hectic few weeks, you know. When Madden comes out, it really is the busiest time for me, especially when I want to get a new series going. So it hasn't been easy to keep everything on track, but I think that this week, you know, we're going to get into the Titans franchise. It should be a really good time. I hope so. Matt 10 and I put a lot of time into slider work the last week or so, especially over the weekend. And I'm just waiting now on week 1 rosters, so hopefully it goes well. But I say we get into our game today, and the way I wanted to feature Gallen in this episode was going to be in player lock form, because we already have a full game against the Dodgers, plus the pitched game, so I'll save the full game for with Reed Detmers we'll do after the Zach Gallen debut. After all the times we had to face this guy, he shut us down. You know, we've had our wins against him as well. They've just been few and far between. How many def points did you lose today? 19. Whole lot of def points going down today. They better not rain out his debut here or like throw off the start at all. I wouldn't be a fan of that. Yeah, week 1 of college football really was incredible. Just every game that kind of got the spotlight ended up being a pretty good game. You know, going back to like Pitt and West Virginia. The Notre Dame-Ohio State game was better than I thought it would be. The game last night, I caught the tail end of it, and that was something else. That was a really, really interesting game, and the finish, man, I thought we had overtime. Anyway, let me go through Gallen's stats quick before we actually get into his starting debut with us. So Gallen, as we know, has been a very good pitcher in this series on the Arizona Diamondbacks, so we get him away from a rival team. And I'd say overall he's been pretty steady throughout his career. Now, he is coming off a season where his WAR did go down only 1.8. He did give up a few more home runs and walks than normal. The FIP was up. But I'm hoping that he can just be a solid member of the rotation. And hey, you gotta also factor in his numbers might not be as good because he won't face me a few times a year. So you do have to account for that somehow. But we'll take on the Dodgers, and then the Reed Detmers game should be against the Diamondbacks as we get the Zach Gallen era underway. You know, a pretty good situation to have him be your third pitcher. That is not bad. The Coors effect, you have to worry about that, of course. And I worry about it with every pitcher to an extent. As Mookie Betts tries to turn on that changeup, he does fall behind. Let's see. Zach Gallen's first at bat. First batter faced as a Rocky. We want to make this one count. He's calling for the fastball, but I'm feeling the changeup away here. Ooh, over the plate and right at Rafi Devers. 1 up, 1 down. Zach Gallen gets it started. MLB The Show 21 or 22. I'm undecided. Well, I haven't played Franchise on 22, so I don't know if there were really any changes. I mean, I'm playing 21, having a great time, but I played 22 for Road to the Show. I hear the thunder in game as that is hit on the ground at Ryan Valade, 2 down. Oh, and Jordan, me too, yes. Won't get any hits off Gallen.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 35. 0-1.
You know, before he was a part of that combined no-hitter against us in the series, I always thought, like, if anybody was going to do it, it would probably be him, and then it did. He pitched 8 of the innings, but still, I still consider that to be basically a Zach Gallen no-hitter against us. And thank you for all the birthday wishes, everybody. All right, let's finish it off here with his first Rockies strikeout. Not yet. I appreciate it, Outer Space. Thank you for the super chat. And he's off the plate walking Cody Bellinger. Yeah, Gallen in real life, I mean, every time he has a start now, I have people messaging me because he's on a streak right now in real life of 41 consecutive innings without a run allowed, and that's just incredible. That's a long time to, you know, stay hot. I don't know how many starts that is over, but it's impressive that you can be on your game that much in the first place. Let alone, like, in a row and keeping a streak like that going. And he plays in the NL West. You know, I don't know how many starts against good teams are in there, but I don't know if there's a Padres start or a Dodgers start. It's possible. Got him! There's the first strikeout for Zach Gallen. A 1-2-3 inning on 19 pitches as he wears the purple for the first time. A little bit, Mike. I mean, I don't really do a whole lot for the birthday or anything, but had some pretty incredible food and just hung out and got to relax a little bit. Kind of needed that today anyway, so it was good timing. All right, so we're in the second inning now. Forgot we wouldn't be hitting here. This is just a player lock game. Got to get that debut in with Gallen, but after we get through this, it'll be a full game with Reed Detmers.
Count is 1 and 2.
All right. Calling for a fastball up here. Let's trust Johnny Schaefer. Got him. There it is at 96, and down goes Conforto. That's 2. When pitching on Classic, do you have to time the pitch or hold it down? Chris, it's as simple as it gets. You can tap it. You can hold it as well if you want it to try and be, like, there's an option to hold it that apparently makes it more like a more energy-draining pitch, but maybe it's for more velocity. I almost never do it. Sometimes with 2 strikes if it's a key situation. But, overall, I'm just picking my pitch, hitting the button, and letting the ratings play out. Hey, Nitro, how's it going? I appreciate that. Thank you. And for all the help answering my questions about college football revamped. Speaking of, if you haven't seen already, UTSA Week 1 went up Saturday. Got the season underway against Boston College. We'll get to the second game here shortly against San Diego State. Oh, he left that up, and it's still not going to be an issue. A second 1-2-3 for Gallen. Will this stream be edited down to a video? Yep. This is me. Like, I would be here recording gameplay for this series anyway. But especially, like, when I haven't gotten a lot of videos up lately, been doing a lot of slider testing, I felt, why not stream? Like, I haven't streamed in this series like I thought I might. But I was definitely in the mood to do it today. I appreciate it, Andy. Yes, the Titans series will be coming soon. Newest franchise. And if you haven't, Matt 10's updated slider thread on Operation Sports does have what we've been working on together. We've had a bunch of calls. We've shared a bunch of clips, bunch of gameplay to try and nail it down the best we could. Yikes. Yeah, that was rough, but I was hitting with Gallen. Ooh. That has a chance. Deep to right field, going way back, and Ruiz has done it again. And there's the first run and homer allowed by Gallen as a Rocky. He's done really well. Maybe consider freshman halfback Jason Williams to wide receiver. I don't know if the ratings are there, especially route running. That's not one you typically get as a running back to make a good position swap. Like his build, 6'4", 195, you would think receiver. I have to double check his ratings. Ooh, Gray hammers this one now. We have a pitcher going to the alley. They're getting after Gallen here in the third. And that's actually pretty damaging there. You got a leadoff homer followed by a double. Oh, DJ Self is in the house. Kano Mac. Love it. Hey, DJ, 1 second. You know, finding time like right now, start of football season, start of like trying to get a franchise going, now is not the time. But your recommendation has basically led to this. That's a European copy of Trails of Cold Steel. Don't think they ever released it in the States. But yeah, I watched some reviews and everything, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds exactly what I need. All right, low and away every time. We might not fool him if we go back there again. Bet strikes out. Oh, is that the newest one? Well, maybe I'll get to that one in a few years. It sounds like I got to play these games mostly in order. And at the speed I go at times, it's tough. Got him jammed on that one. That should be fine. Watching my Yellow Jackets probably get blown out by Clemson as I play some Animal Crossing. Well, hopefully they can put up a fight today. I know they're like 21-point dogs. Bellinger, left center. Can he get there? This one is gone. Bellinger makes it 3-1. Ah, man. I guess the cutter didn't get inside enough. Maybe I'm pitching a little risky here to these guys. That reminds me, though, I got to get on Animal Crossing tonight. I got to see what my villagers got to say today. Couple of home runs allowed here for Gallen, but hopefully a chance to get a couple more innings in. He's only at 40 pitches. A lot of times here when I'm having a start like this, I'll start the default more to what the catcher wants. I take a look at that a lot, actually. Oh yeah, the Rockies made it in there. What's their core? They have to make a couple changes to get that far. Now he's losing a little bit of that command. 3-1. And that's the second walk for Zach Gallen. So he has a couple strikeouts, couple walks, couple home runs allowed. Johnny wants that changeup inside, but I just don't trust it right now. Well, that wasn't a whole lot better, but he did get under it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. That's played off the wall. They had me fooled there bad. That just kept going. It's a triple for Conforto, and it's starting to unravel here for Zach Gallen. I think I might have to jump in there and hit against them to regain some of that confidence. Actually, be a good time for a mound visit. This is not what I had in mind here. Can you not do a mound visit mid-at-bat? Yeah, you definitely can. I don't know why it's not letting me here. Ooh. Hey, Kane, go Packers. Indeed, go 0-1 Packers. Hopefully. They keep playing the Packers, though, like early in the season. It seems like every year now. Like the schedule, as he gets the strikeout to close it out. The schedule has not done a very good job at, like, switching up the rotations for the Vikings. It's always start against the Packers, end against the Bears. And it's just, like, they never open against the Bears. I'm not sure the Vikings in my lifetime have ever played, like, week 1 against Chicago. But they've done it against the Packers, like, 3 out of the last 5 years. 2020 week 1, yeah. I remember that. Empty U.S. Bank Stadium, rookie corners everywhere. That one's going in the air to center, but that'll stay in the yard. Yeah, you know what it's all about, Mike. Bears never finish against the Lions. They're too busy playing against the Vikings. So the Packers get the Lions at the end every year. That led to the infamous Matt Flynn game. Edwin Diaz left us for the Rockies in free agency, so we replaced him with old Liam Hendricks. What, was Diaz asking for too much? You couldn't keep him around? I'm excited for playoff baseball to get here, partially so I can see some guys like him that I don't see often else. Like, I want to see Diaz pitch in the playoffs, man. So bad. Jammed him. Trapped it. Trey makes the throw. Bears too busy playing the Lions on Thanksgiving. Yeah. I feel like the Vikings played the Lions on Thanksgiving once. Was that the one where Golden Tate had the game-winning touchdown? Classic Vikings overtime loss. I think that was the Thanksgiving game. I have been testing sliders. If you check out Matt 10 sliders on the Operation Sports forums, we have collabed this week. And I like the set we have right now. It doesn't fix everything, but I do. I have had fun playing with it. How did they go if you tested them out? I'd like to know. It's always good to have another set of eyes on the set. Come on, finish this off. It's just the pitcher. Have I played Legends Arceus? Yep, I did beat that this year. I think I've put about as many hours into the post game as I have the regular game, just because I really want to complete the decks on there and get all the legendaries, and I have a long way to go. You know, the end game in there is a bit of a grind.
The batter, the pitcher, Zach Gallen.
They were solid, Kane. The interception problem is still a thing, but besides that, I had a fun game. Yeah, I mean, as a user, it's going to take a lot of kind of retraining to clean up the user interceptions. I feel like we've done a decent job for the CPU as much as we really can. I mean, they're still going to throw some bad ones, but I feel like it's improved a lot. I agree. Legends Arceus was the formula shift they needed. It was a breath of fresh air. If we can just draw a walk here, that'd be great. You know, when we get into the Titans franchise here, ooh, how many times do you think I'm actually going to be throwing it? When I have Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook-Akine, and Traylon Burks. How many times do you think I'm throwing a game? When I got Derrick Henry in the backfield. Three and two again. Come on, drop in. Left center. Gallen, yes! Tie this thing. Tie it up. Bellinger couldn't make the catch, and Zach Gallen helps his own cause. He's no longer on the hook for a loss. Just as we suspected. Hey, Kane, love the content, and as a Titans fan, can't wait to see the Titans series. I'm curious to see how you retool the roster going forward. Was wondering if you've added Josh Gordon to the team. So I'm waiting on rosters right now. And once I have those, I'll be starting. Now, Gordon in real life is on their practice squad, but I might add him to the real roster because he is, you know, in the organization at least. It depends how many receivers they actually kept. Like, would I drop, who's like the 5? I just had his name in my head. Who's like the 5th receiver for the Titans now? I can't remember. It's not Cameron Batson. Oh, I had his name a little bit ago, but if I dropped him and added Gordon, it might be fun. Drop the long snapper. Yeah, there is always that in Madden. Yeah, Racy McMath. That's who I was thinking about, Landon. That's exactly it. We'll see. I appreciate it, Hunter, and everybody else for the birthday wishes. Woke up, you know, -3 speed, -2 acceleration. You know, that's what happens when you turn 30. Overnight, you will become a worse athlete and just regress overall. That was a nice inside-out swing there by Mookie Betts, and we're hoping to keep him from scoring. Asuaje hammers it back up the middle, and I have a feeling we could see Gallen come out of the game here pretty soon. Runners at the corners here in the 5th. Starting to hit him pretty hard. But they're going to let him pitch through it here, and Bellinger is somebody we've got to be a lot more careful with. Yeah, Pee-wee, not quite there yet. Sometimes my back feels like it, though. Come on. Frederikus, thank you, if that's how you pronounce that. Hope I didn't screw that up. But appreciate the super chat as we walk Bellinger. And that is going to do it. So, Gallen's day is done, unfortunately. And that's going to bring in Ethan Small, and they didn't even have the courtesy to warm him up fully for us. I think I'll finish out this game. It's a tie game, 5th inning. I appreciate that, Max. And hey, this one, first time wearing it. This one's brand spanking new. We got a fresh blue. We're feeling good. In the best shape of my life. That's a lie. But we're going to fake it till we make it. It's not the same. I have one almost identical, but it's not the same. All right. If we get a triple play here, I will consider that my birthday gift from MLB The Show. Is that too much to ask for? One hopper back to the pitcher. I don't know if we get 3 on that. I need a sharp grounder to Devers moving to his right. Hits the bag, flips it on to second. And then we get to first. That's all I want right here. All right, I have to throw the pitch now. Ball 1. Kane, you don't look a day over 29. That's what I like to hear. Come on, Ethan. We gotta get a strike here. On the ground. We're gonna go just get 2, and that was not the best. Should I throw it home there? No. I thought one of our players got hurt. Like, I'm not happy Aswahi got hurt, but I thought it was one of ours. We don't normally see injuries like that happen here, but he is going to check out for Gio Urshela. Could I have gone home on that? Because I thought that was at least, I got to get my 2. I might have gotten Mookie, but the thing is here is he did not flip this nicely. His momentum's going forward. And it creates this elongated throw when we're lucky that was even out there. And I think he's safe there. Yeah, I think he's safe there. Gio Urshela, pinch runner. Well, it's due to injury. He's got to play the position. Yeah, I guess we didn't have infield in there. I thought they would have kind of done that on automatic. He went. Got him. There we go. By the way, if EA drops the rosters early, just like spam me on Twitter. Like, let me know. Like, I hope they don't drop Thursday. They might. I think that's historically what happens. But if we get it early, let me know, please. Do I recommend Cloud or offline? I gotta, unfortunately, say Cloud. Because offline has some major issues with saves becoming corrupted, unloadable. After you get to about the 5 to 8 year mark, I have to say Cloud. Yeah.
Your attention, please.
You guys want to see me the birthday gift my wife got me?
Now playing second base, number 29. Gio.
One of my favorite games of all time. Let's see if I can get it plugged in quick here. This is the Breath of the Wild link. Really happy to have this. And now I'm not sure how visible this is going to be. But the Sheikah Slate, the Ancient Arrow, and the base all light up. This thing is pretty badass. Has me wanting to get back to the game again, too. Already beat it. But it's one of my favorites. All right, we got some work to do. 5-4 ball game here, facing Josiah Gray. How we get our runs today? So, Valade and Gallen have the RBIs. So, looks like Valade had a 2-run double, and Gallen thankfully gave us that gift. All right. Let's get someone warm. Jelly. I don't think this is the game for Jelly. Sit down. So, Jelly and Curtis had bad first outings of the year. We have not pitched Sims yet. And then Oberg. I'm going to get Sims warm. It's Beatty, Ruiz, who has hammered us, and then probably a pinch hitter. Possibly. All right. 2-2 to lead off the 5th. Oh, you like that sound, and it's hit right at Cody Bellinger.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman, Raphael Dever.
Thoughts on Spencer Strider? Oh, yeah, he's having a heck of a year for the Braves. I know his last start, what was it, like 16 strikeouts? The Braves have, you know, they've done an outstanding job building up that core. And it's, you know, it's the star position players that you know. It's Acuna and Albies and Riley. And that, what do they call up this year? I keep wanting to say Michael Taylor. It's not Michael Taylor. And it's not Michael Carter either. What's his name? I can never remember. Michael Harris, that's it. Michael Harris. But then you look at all the pitching they got that's young too. Like, if the Braves aren't good for the next 10 years, I'd be shocked. Especially getting most of them signed onto long-term deals before they've reached peak market value. There we go. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Who they bring in?
The first baseman, number
It's Spencer Turnbull. Okay.
19,
That happened pretty quick there.
Bell.
No problem, Anthony. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you, Ian, for the super chat. Yeah. You know, sometimes watching the older stuff, it's like I got so many critiques of how I used to do things, and I don't know, you do it 1,000+ times and you get better, but it's like, man, I don't remember having sometimes I don't remember it being worse. No. That dreaded change up below the strike zone. Now we're in trouble. He's loving that changeup. Ooh, I was not expecting fastball inside there at all. Thunderstorming in the game. Difficulty settings. The show is super simple. Hall of Fame everything. And I don't mess with sliders on this game. Except for trade, I think? Yeah, that's down 1. Appreciate that, TP, and happy early birthday to you. 2-2. Just a little late on that. Got pretty defensive there, down 2 strikes. Yeah, Hall of Fame is tough if you, you know, find it too tough. Play All-Star. I played All-Star until I got comfortable enough to play on Hall of Fame. It's very subjective. Hammer deep to center. Come on, Reynolds. Get back there. I'm leaving in small here. He's got the multi-inning stamina. Bottom of the order. Couple lefties. Or Ruiz is a switch hitter. That's right. But in general, expect when we play against the Dodgers, like, I'm going to be using small a lot because outside of Rogers, he's the only lefty reliever. And this lineup, outside of Betts, is like all lefties. If you check it out, I mean, it doesn't show there, but I mean, Bellinger, Asuaje, Conforto, Lux. I don't know if Rios is switch or left, but it's like all lefties. And also consider that Mookie Betts is reverse splits guy, so he doesn't hit lefties as well as righties. So I might even consider making a trade for another lefty just because we play against these guys all the time. We'll see. Does it pause and hit square? Yeah. Does that bring up batting order? Yeah. That's how it goes.
Now batting, ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Who's hitting for the Dodgers? Number 3. One and one.
That is more like it. Good stuff from Ethan Small. He inherited a bases loaded, nobody out situation, and he's given us 6 outs. Only let one of those inherited runners score. That's a good outing for Small.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 46.
Thank you, Matthew. Been a fan since the start of the Broncos franchise, and I'm looking to hopefully follow that up with a good one here on Madden 23.
For the Rockies, the left fielder, David Geronimo.
Sidney John Charles All-Star Game. That is going to be tomorrow. I know the second channel's been slowing down too. Just when it's slider time, it dominates like my days. When I want to get a series like this going, you know, I ideally get it started closer to the launch of the game, but I know for what I want out of this series, what people expect, it really cannot be rushed. I only got one chance to make a first impression with the series, so I'm hoping it's a good one. Here we go. Base hit Trey Turner. Think any NFL team is on the verge of being a dynasty like the Warriors in basketball, or do you think the league is too talented for that now? You know, I never look at a team and think there's a good chance of them being a dynasty because success in NFL is so fleeting. You know, the Patriots situation is a 1 in 1,000, you know. To go on a run like they've had is very rare. And you look at other teams that have been good throughout the last couple decades especially. How many have just stayed consistently good throughout that time? The only team that really comes to mind on the higher level of success would be like Green Bay. And they've only had a couple Super Bowl appearances in that time, and it's nothing that you would consider to be anything close to a dynasty. Strike one, and Trey absolutely robbed second base. And the getaway car is 20 miles down the road. That was easy. Strike 2. So, you know, you can look at the Bengals and think, oh, they got the best talent under 25 in the NFL on offense. You can look at the Bills and say, Josh Allen's got 10 years of elite play ahead of him. You never know. Salary cap restrictions are real. Injuries happen. NFL primes are relatively shorter compared to other leagues and sports. It's not a situation conducive to build a dynasty. Nice. And not only is there a good salary cap in the NFL, but you don't have a bunch of teams that are like, I mean, you'll occasionally have this, but teams spend their cap. There is no NFL equivalent of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Even the bad teams are spending money and driving up the cost of free agents and signing free agents that would otherwise go to other teams. So the talent pool is all over the place. And that is one thing that I just love about the NFL.
Your attention, please.
Is that if the Jaguars are suddenly good, they'll spend their money. And the same is going to be true if the Lions are good. They'll spend their money. They'll do what they got to do. There is no Pittsburgh Pirate low payroll. There is no NFL Moneyball. Two on. Xavier Edwards comes off the bench. A little out in front of the changeup there. Imagine that. I tried to swing. He could have pulled that over the first baseman. 1-2. Really threw me off. 2 down.
Now batting.
And they'll bring in Newcomb to face Nimmo.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 15.
Catch up to that dude. 2 on, 2 down for Nimmo. Just a piece of that one. Every one of these pitchers is going to give you a tough at-bat. No! I was certain that was going to be low. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Dodgers get out of the jam. And we'll bring in Lucas Sims, and I don't know if I feel great about that. Last year as a reclamation project, he did not have a good year for us. And I'm hoping this year, maybe seeing less multi-inning outings, that it can be a little bit better, but expectations are certainly not high. Appreciate that, Dolphin. Yeah, for AL MVP, like, it's going to be Aaron Judge. But, you know, if you really wanted to know who the most valuable player individually would be, it's Shohei. By the way, we got the quick quick first out there from Lucas Sims from Betts, so that's always good. Lucas Sims, not a good fit in Coors. That could be the case. Ooh. Just throw a strike. Just throw one. 3-0, and he's green light there. And he walks Gio Urshela.
Now back. The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Lucas Sims is your Emilio Pagan. 100%.
One ball, one strike.
There we go.
One ball, two strikes. Now,
Strike him out, Lucas. Got him! Chasing the slider below the knees.
The batter, the third baseman, Edwin Rios.
ball, that's it.
There's the curveball dropped in. And now 2 strikes on Rios. We're going back to that slider. He's enjoying it. Oh, he left it right over the plate. He's confident in it. 1-2 count, and that's what we get.
Up next for the Dodgers, the left fielder,
Dangerous placement on that.
Conforto.
All right, still got to get through this inning. 2 on, 2 down. Just cannot be an easy 1-2-3 for us. Are you kidding me? That's what you deal with, though, on classic pitching. This is why I want it this way, because it's more true to ratings. And that's what hooks me in sports games. Come on, Lucas. All right. Go back to that high fastball. It wasn't pretty, but he got it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch. Leading up for the Rockies, the center fielder, Ryan Reynolds.
Oberg next. Or Curtis. What do you think? Curtis could use the bounce back outing. We'll let them both warm up.
Ball one, no strike.
Good try. The only other lefty reliever I have is Ethan Small, and we already used him today. Can't stay and watch long, but happy birthday. How bad was the regression this year? Are you still top of the depth chart? I don't know about that anymore, Gary. Thank you for the super chat. I'm down like 17 points this year.
We got full count.
3-2 to Brian Reynolds. Hey, at least we're making him work in this at-bat. Try it again. That's it. Way behind first base and run down by Urshela.
The batter, the
So
third
it's
baseman,
Rafi Devers.
Rafael Devers.
I guess just a tad late on that, you could say. Much more late on that swing. I love hearing that. NCAA Dynasty is special. I'm not even the biggest college football fan, but I just love Dynasty mode. 1 and 2. Gotta settle down on that curveball. Nope. Don't want to talk about it. Come on here. I want to score a run. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Kane. Thanks for all the great content. I appreciate that very much. What do you think about your Steelers naming Mitchell Trubisky the starting quarterback? I'm only a little surprised. I thought it might be Pickett, but I don't mind seeing Trubisky right away. See what you got. Don't rush Pickett like. That's a fair ball. Oh, come on. On my birthday even they're calling that foul? 2 and 2. How many games this season do you play? I'm not really sure. I think it would probably be close to 25, 30 for a season. I do a lot of simming. High in the air, but he didn't get all of it. A little out in front, and that's the inning. I'm actually not surprised that Pickett would be named the third guy there because say Trubisky goes down in the third quarter. Are you putting in Pickett to go and win the game, or are you putting in the veteran Mason Rudolph to win the game? I think they would probably go Rudolph just based off experience.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So that part didn't really surprise me. If they weren't going to start him. I think you either start him and make him learn on the job, or, you know, it kind of does make sense to be the third guy and just not even have that expectation. Oh, yeah, I got Lucas Sims still in here, and I think 24 pitches is enough. We're going Curtis. I got to see that 18 ERA come down. Oh, yeah, I think that at some point, he'll probably play this year. But to start on the bench and start as a third guy, I think makes sense. Now, I think there's a lot of ways you could go with it. Like, if Trubisky's just banged up and somebody needs to finish the game, I think you play Rudolph. If Trubisky tears his ACL or has a major injury in week 1 and you have to pick a new starter for the rest of the year, you 100% go Pickett. Nicely done, Curtis.
Count 1 and 0. Ball 2. Hey. 3 balls, 1 strike.
All right, come on. Just get 2 outs for us. On the ground. And we trail by 1. Johnny Schaefer leads off, and they'll go to the bullpen here. Coming out for the Dodgers, Alex Reyes.
Leading off for the Rockies, the catcher, Johnny Schaefer.
0-1.
Swung through it there, the 12-6.
Ball, that pitch was out.
Exactly. You got to remember, Trubisky, MVP winner, the Nickelodeon valuable player, in a game the Bears lost. Ugh, I wanted the check swing on that so bad. One day. In the dirt. Into center. Come on, drop in. Nope. Do I think Geno over Locke is the right call? Honestly, I don't really have an opinion of that one. I think you go with the hot hand. You know, it's like when you have 2-3 running backs, just whoever looked good in camp, just, you know, whoever looked the best. Neither one's a long-term option. If I could ask for one thing for the Vikings to accomplish as a birthday wish besides winning a Super Bowl, what would it be? Sweep the Packers, win the division. Have a top 5 offense. Is that asking for too much? I am waiting on the week 1 update, yes, because I want the moves, the UDFAs that weren't already in the game, and I also want the Harold Landry injury to be updated in the franchise. Sucks he got hurt, but anybody who's hurt, I want to also be hurt in my franchise. Have the Vikings ever swept the Packers in their history? Yeah. But I don't remember the last time that would have been. Maybe 2019? Because that was the year Rodgers got hurt, correct? No, man. Why? 2 down.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop.
In a lot of ways, I'm happy with the sliders. You can't fix everything. But I think that we're doing the most with what we're given right now until a patch changes things up. The Vikings beat them both times in 2017. Oh, yeah. Who'd they lose to that season? I think it was... They lost only like 3 games in the regular season. One was against the Panthers late. Maybe they lost to the Bears or something weird. I don't know if they swept the division that year. But they also lost, I think, to the Steelers. Very early. It was like week 2, week 3. Into the gap. Betts cuts it off. It's a single for Trey Turner. Steelers, Lions, Panthers. Okay, they dropped one to Detroit somehow that year. But swept Chicago. Who is the most underrated player on the Vikings this year? That's a great question. Underrated on the Vikings.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Double pitch out. I think it's going to be either Cam Dantzler or Cam Bynum. One of those players in the secondary I think can definitely step up. And I don't think it's going to be a great secondary, but if they can just not be atrocious and lose games, I think both of those guys can have pretty good years. 3-1. Ryan Valade, Rookie of the Year a season ago. No! Wait. It was a strike. Did they get 4 outs? That was 3-1. Yeah. They threw out Trey. So, we got to get it done now in the 9th inning, unfortunately. Still 5-4. There are some things I like about the Commanders, like the receiver depth I find to be really interesting because, you know, he was hurt like all of last year, but if Curtis Samuel is healthy, I really like him mixing in with who they have, you know, Scary Terry. I'm intrigued with Jahan Dotson as well. But I really want to see if Samuel can come back healthy because I thought he was going to be a really solid free agent signing, but unfortunately just didn't really play last year. Yeah, I've been watching Bengals franchise. I've seen almost every episode in it. Oh yeah, the GOAT Cam Sims, De'Ami Brown, John Bates. Really good stuff from Curtis. Can we get one or two to win the game?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The defense would have to be really good, Daily. Thank you for the super chat. I like what San Francisco has overall, but I'm not quite sure where the expectations should be with first year of Trey Lance.
leading off for the Rockies, the second baseman,
But I think they've built a solid team all around, and I think that it's good enough to carry if Trey Lance is at least solid and they run the ball well and they still manage to make sure you know, Debo has his big season, but I also think there's real potential for this offense to be better than it's been because of Lance's running ability, because of, I think, how he opens up the offense more so with a guy like Brandon Ayuk. So, I mean, it's risky to make the decision that they've made. It's very un-NFL-like for them to move off of a quarterback when they've been to 2 NFC championships in the last 3 years. That's unheard of. Right down the middle. Gratterall gets you to second guess yourself. That was awful. Who do you think here? If you're looking at just contact versus right, it's Veen. Come on, Veen.
your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Rockies.
Thought about Tolia, but with one down here, I really just want to get a base runner. Drilled to center. Bellinger going back over his head. On his way to second. Send him 3. This is risky. It's a triple off the bench for Zach Veen.
Up next to Colorado,
Biggest hit of his young career right there.
Brandon Nimmo.
And now Brandon Nimmo with one down. Infield in for the Dodgers. They're thinking I'm going to run the squeeze play. Just in case we go to extras here, I need to get somebody up. Oh, I have Oberg up still. Okay. Brandon Nimmo tying run at third base. Shots over the mound. Send him home. And the Rockies have tied the game on a Brandon Nimmo chopper that somehow escaped the infield. I thought Gratterall was going to have that. And with the infield in, no one was getting to it. We got a little magic here. Brian Reynolds. Ah, let it go. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. That's baseball. That's on the ground. Knocked down. They'll have no play in the winning run. Is at second base. 3 hits off of Gratterall. Do I think Russ Wilson can be elite until 40, 45? I don't know about anybody at that age. I think everybody ages differently. Everybody takes care of their body differently, so I don't really know. And Harold, I missed your membership earlier, but I appreciate it. 35 months. That's almost 3 years. Been here since the Matt Pierre series, but my personal favorite is the Browns rebuild. Do you have a favorite of your own series? I mean, Broncos franchise is one I'm really proud of. Kalispell as well, just 2 of my biggest projects overall. But that Browns one too, I really enjoy that entire thing. Yeah, do we pinch run at second? Nimmo has some speed at 66, but we can do better. 79. And if the game is extended, at least Pearson's a better fielder. I think we run for him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nearing NFL retirement age. Thank you for that. Unless I'm a quarterback, then I'm in the middle of my career. Rafael Devers. 2-1. It's low. It's low again. 2-1. Getting cute below the strike zone there. Not taking the bait. Off the plate, 3-1. To the Rockies MVP of a year ago. Oh, I was certain I would get something there. He's missed 4 straight. 3-2. I've looked at a few bad strike 3 calls in this game.
The first baseman, number 19.
So it's up to Josh Bell. We know how big for us he was a year ago. Strike 1. Yeah, I'll be doing more of those prospect spotlights. I think a lot of those guys, like Amador, are getting close. And as they continue to get closer, if they're playing well, I want to include those more often. Thank you. 1-1. Two and 1. The fans are drenched. They just want to go home. All right, I can't take that bad swing and just look at this next one if it's good. I've done that enough tonight. Yeah, slider inside has been a really big problem for me lately. So we're going to extras, unfortunately. Put him in.
Number 45, Scott
Scott
Oberg.
Oberg is in the building. Cody Bellinger leads off.
Off the plate, ball 1.
I don't think I have any control over the extra inning runner. Can't remove... I can't put in a DH. I can't do that stuff, unfortunately. Ooh, he thought about it.
One strike.
If we can get the strikeout here to start the inning, that's huge. 2-2. Got him! What a slider from Oberg. What would Oberg's walkout song be? Ooh, I don't know.
Your attention, please. Now running at second.
I don't know if he'd have an entrance quite like Edwin Diaz. High in the air, foul. Cash out. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for all the birthday wishes tonight, everybody. Really appreciate it. As we celebrate my regression. 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
That's a good one. 2 strikes. Got him looking! Backdoor slider, strike 3, and the ghost runner is still haunting second base with 2 down.
Ball 1, no strike.
Michael Conforto is next. We got to throw that slider if he's feeling it. Gets away. Schaefer recovers. Out at third base, and we're going bottom 10. And that's how you do it in the 10th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now playing second base, number 40, Sergio Alcantara.
All right. Schaefer leads off. It's Bell at first. We can move 42 speed, yeah. We can put in Vera. Vera could move to second. Valade could move to first if we see an additional inning. So that's what we'll do.
For the Rockies, the catcher, Johnny Schaefer.
Johnny Schaefer trying to walk it off for the Rocks in the 10th. Strike 1 right over the middle. On the ground in front of the runner, 1 down. It's been raining this entire time. We've had no delays. So now it's David Geronimo. Ball 1. Should this game continue, I think we would be looking at a second inning of Oberg or Sir Anthony Dominguez. And maybe it's, 1 more out for Oberg, 2 outs for Dominguez. Ooh, 2-0. David Geronimo. Got those batting gloves now. A better grip on the bat in the 10th inning than his barehanded days. Low and away, 3-0. Trey Turner on deck. We'll see if he gets a chance. He will. A walk for Geronimo. Creates a double play situation for the Dodger defense. If you can get Trey Turner, who is 2 for 3. Gotta catch up to that, man. Come on. On the ground, sharply hit, and they will double up Trey Turner. 11 innings. Unlucky. Valade and Vera will swap. Okay, that's good. We're running out of bench players quickly. All right, we try it again. Oberg did so well in his first inning. But I love Dominguez here in extra innings because of his fastball, or his strikeout tendencies. Partially because of his fastball, yes. I'm probably only seeing one at-bat in this inning for Oberg. It's just to give a little relief to Dominguez. But if he walks here, then it's a little bit more on his plate. I need one more pitch. Got him looking. Scott Oberg. All right. Let's bring in Dominguez. And I'm going to have to get Jelly stretched out here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies. Number 58, Sir Anthony.
All right, Sir Anthony Dominguez. One down. Maybe in the 12th, bunt the runner to third for the first out. Not totally against it, as they will advance their runner to third base with 2 down. How many yards do I think Derek is rushing for in year 1 of the franchise? I really don't know, because I'm going to run the ball a lot. I just don't know how good it's going to be or what's going to be typical in Madden 23. Like, I really don't know. I'd love to see, 1,600 plus. Didn't bite on the slider away. Fastball drilled to center. Reynolds is there. We go bottom 11. The situation hasn't changed. It's Valade.
Leading up for the Rockies.
The inexperienced, although Rookie of the Year winning Ryan Valade. Do you try to bunt him over here? After Valade, here's the thing. After Valade, we would be pinch hitting Michael Toglia. Do you bunt here and try to give Toglia a chance? Couldn't do it that time. And this time he puts the bunt down, and we do get great speed at third base. All right. Michael Toglia. This is the second at-bat of his major league career in the series. And the winning run stands at third base. I'm worried about the squeeze play. Infield in for the Dodgers. 2-0. Tolia has good power. You don't have to hit it far into the outfield to allow Trey Turner to score. A little greedy on that swing. 2-1. And he misses away. Fouled off. 3-2. I wouldn't be shocked if they pitch out of the zone here, try to put a double play in effect when you got Trey Turner on third base. On the ground, it's knocked down. It won't matter because Tolia has won the game. Walking off the Dodgers at last as Turner scores the game-winning run. Rockies win. And they guarantee that they can't lose this opening series. That took a while to get to this point. And that should, be counted his first major league hit. A birthday walk-off versus the Dodgers with Michael Tolia. I thought maybe there he'd throw a slider. Just try to get strike 3 or miss out of the zone and get the walk. Because I think the last thing you want there is the ball put in play. So just optimize for either a strikeout or a walk. I am 30 now. And thank you, Warren, for becoming a new member on the channel. Appreciate that. Every month I do a channel member live stream where I talk about new things coming to the channel. I usually get some gameplay for a series and just talk about different plans. Was that a single?
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rockies, 6 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 13 men on base.
They gave him a single, yes. That was his first career hit then.
5 runs, 7 hits.
Wow.
No errors. They left 8 men on base.
Just want to get a nice shot of Gallen here for the thumbnail on this episode. Because it's going to be Gallen in his debut. Just give myself a few options. And then the Reed Detmers debut is also going to be in this same video. But that game took a lot longer than I thought it would because it was just meant to be a player lock game with Gallen, but then he leaves. The bases are loaded, and I'm like, well, let's just play the rest. Turned out to be a pretty long game. A 2-1 start to the year. And that leaves us with this one here against the Dodgers. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I want to do now because I wasn't planning on streaming for like a long time. And that game went long. I don't know if I have another full game in me tonight. It's already a late stream for me. So I think we'll get into this Dodgers game. And we'll do some quick manage and then jump in. Maybe play like half of it or so. And then I'll get the Detmers game on my own time and throw that into the next episode. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that game to go that way, but this game has a way of definitely throwing off expectations. Give me... And give a day off here to Johnny.
Let's play ball.
So I'll probably get into this game at some point. But I kind of like the hybrid style of play at times as well. They get a triple, a walk. Come on, Yanni. An error. Who had an error? Single, double play, hit by pitch, single. A single for Geronimo. We get a run. All right, everybody. We get one each there in the first. I appreciate it, DJ South, and we'll try to take the series here to start the season. That would definitely be a great start for us. Ronnie A. Quintero just doubled home Valade. That's what I'm talking about. And then we bring him home with a Nimmo single. 3-1 Rocks. Bell doubles. I appreciate it, Tiago. Did I consider the Commanders as a franchise team? I did. Yep, they were one of the teams I was thinking about. Ultimately, I just liked the team building potential with the Titans the most. You know, I considered the Steelers and the Commanders, but they both have, you know, a lot of defensive talent, and I just thought more young players in general to work with. And when I'm doing a franchise like this, especially one that might not go, you know, 8, 10, 12 seasons, like, I want a chance to draft my guys early and get them on the field. So I like a team with more holes and less young talent.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
All right.
the Rockies. Number 46, Corey Knable. Pinch hitting for the Rockies. Number 16, Michael.
No, do not simulate.
Tolia.
Put me in the game. Enter the game. So I'm going to enter here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and we're going to try to close this thing out.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Rockies.
All right, so the bullpen, you know, that usage wasn't ideal. Can Jelly give me an inning? I have to have somebody else warming up, though, alongside him, just in case the 7th goes awry. But Tolia comes in after the walk-off. Tolia to left, twisting away, but in reach, and it's a 1-pitch at bat, so I'm not sure how much of a warm-up that Jelly's going to get here. There's a commercial break, though, and stuff. Like, this is actually nice to know. If I only get 1 pitch of warm-up, that's enough. The targeting rule, I mean, I get it in some instances, but I feel like it's a little much. Like, football, I don't think that most targeting instances are done with intent. I think a lot of it is just a fast, violent game, played fast and violent. I think that it should be a little more of a decision as to whether a targeting results in an immediate ejection or not. And I would wonder, is there data? Wow. I was controlling one of the outfielders, and this is a mess. A single just turned into a triple, and it's not even Jelly's fault. Because I thought I was controlling one of the infielders. Turns out I was getting one of the outfielders out of position. Trying to switch. But what I wonder is there any evidence that suggests that targeting is accomplishing its goal? There you go. Appreciate that, Abel.
Ball 2. Count is 2-1.
Fastball clips the outside. Apparently that curveball, though, wasn't quite good enough. 2-2. Wow, what a pitch. It works on me all the time. Strike 3, changeup, and Jelly picks up the first out. First major league strikeout for Sean Jelly.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Dodgers.
Jelly.
Number 8.
Fly to center. Not the most speed there. Oh! I'm playing the worst defense of all time. I'm trying to get set up there.
Now batting.
I'm 5 feet behind it.
Betts.
I'm going to ruin Jelly. Completely avoidable this entire inning. Jelly in a jam. Ooh, 2 strikes. I want to step off. How do I step off?
Nope, that's a ball.
Trying to take care of the Mookie Betts at bat. Speaking of 2K in the surf, as we go 1-2. In the dirt. Good block by Quintero. Got away with that one. Thank you, Tay. Come on. Oh! We needed that after the defensive miscues I've had.
The batter, number 9. Second baseman. Gavin
Lucky.
Lux.
Just cross them up there. Gavin Lux. Trying to keep the lead intact. Sean Jelly. Fastball. Oh yeah, about 2K. The eras feature that they have in this game, if it's as good as I think it could be, 2K might end up being a day 1 buy for me. And it's never been a day 1 buy for me. Got him looking! Jelly out of the jam. Strike 3. Sean Jelly.
Your attention, please.
All right. I want to get that run back now if possible.
Number 15.
Brandon Nimmo. I'll probably do some more of these. Oh, that wasn't his debut, no. He had an outing earlier in the last episode that didn't go well. But I might do more of these streams. Right now, it's just nice. I haven't posted a lot of stuff in the past week. And I got to get this gameplay anyway. And I just wanted to stream. But the eras feature on 2K, if you haven't seen it, they are allowing you to start whatever their franchise is called. You can do it, present day normally, but you can also start your franchise in the 80s, 90s, or 2000s. So, and they are going to, the rosters are going to be there. The rule changes will come into effect as the years go by. Teams will move. Uniforms will change as far as I know. And I think the draft classes are legit, right? Because I would love to start in the 2000s, like the NBA when I grew up. Because 2002, I think, is the 2000s option. So I'm pretty sure, that's before the Timberwolves were terrible for 20 years. I would imagine KG's on the Wolves with their 2000s start. I don't know if it's 2002 or 2004. I forget what year KG left, but it's around that time. So, like, getting a chance to take over the Wolves there before it was just a terrible era.
The center fielder.
I like 2K as a game. I'm terrible at it, but the eras feature has me more interested than ever. Up the middle. Oh, a good flip and a double play. So we can go back to 04 and be the expansion Bobcats?
The third baseman.
Yeah.
Raphael.
I think they specifically talked about their movement in that video. It was 2K put out the video. Shout out to Stax Montana. He was the one starred in it explaining the mode. And it sounded so good. Thank you, Leo. In theory, you could prevent their downfall. Exactly. Keep KG. He never goes to Boston. You don't draft Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio over Steph Curry. Stuff like that. What I'm curious is if they have all the draft classes in there or how that is handled. Because I'd want all the authentic draft classes and everything. Bell, singles, getting a 2-out rally going.
The left fielder, number 22, David Geronimo.
And you know what? It would be really cool if Madden copied that exact thing, but they don't ever put the resources into it that 2K does. Like, Geronimo rips it, but the inning is over. It's not just you're going to be able to play as these older teams. The uniforms are going to match. The short length is going to match. The broadcast presentation and graphics packages match the era. Commentary matches the era. Jerseys. All that stuff. And that's just one of the coolest things I've ever heard of from any sports game. Yeah, the court. Rule changes. The way teams play as well. You're not going to play in the 80s and it's everybody playing like modern day. The amount of effort, if it's executed well, like, it sounds so good. And makes the game even more replayable. In the air to left. Geronimo is there. One down. I guess what I'm most curious about are the draft classes. Especially like if you're starting in the 80s, because there would be like 30 plus years of classes needed to get to modern day. But for me, it would be all about the 2000s. But you can go into the 90s, the 80s. I just want to be able to play in a franchise with modern gameplay and graphics. Oh, it's over. Second base. Good attempt. You know, I want to see like Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady, Shaq and Kobe together. Kevin Garnett with the Wolves instead of the Celtics. Come on, man. Every year you do see people on Madden upload historic rosters, and those are cool. I want to start downloading those more often, just to have them if I ever want to come back to them in the future. In the air to center, driven well. We're not getting to it, and this game is going to be tied up. As Gio Urshela doubles with one down. So in theory, someone could take control of the Blazers in the 80s and undo the Sam Bowie pick. As far as I know, that is entirely possible.
Nope.
Now a fly ball headed Reynolds' way. Not running. So I will be paying close attention to reviews on Friday to see if this mode is what I want it to be. Hammered but foul. We got to keep this game tied.
1-1.
He's only confident in one pitch. That's tough to deal with.
Count 2-1.
This is his last batter, I think, no matter what happens.
Track count 2-2.
Would really like it to be a strikeout. It won't be. Base hit left field. Urshela holds at third as Geronimo's throw was not great. So not the best outing here. As we will bring in Ethan Small. What is the mode called? I think it's still the My GM. I always forget what their like franchise mode is called. But it's part of franchise mode. It's just choosing the era you're starting in, whether it's the modern day, real life 2022, or if you want to go back to one of those starting points. It's truly impressive that in 2022 we can get an offline-based franchise mode like that. My League eras. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, the Vikings offense should do you well, Matthew. I think you'll be happy with it. All right. Ethan Small looking to end the inning. Ooh, watch out. Ruiz has had a really good series. Another game on my radar right now. As Ruiz gets a hold of one. Geronimo's back and he has no play. The Dodgers take the lead. Keibert Ruiz continuing a terrific opening series. He has extra base hits in all the games that I've played. I'm pretty sure. So we trail. Catcher Tom Murphy. Another game on my radar. PGA. I'll be getting that. I really enjoyed 2K21. I was playing that on Switch. I'll play it on PS5 this time. But I plan on picking that up as well. And I think you're going to see somebody from the channel return, at least in some small capacity. I think it'd be fun. I think I already talked about this a little bit, who I had in mind. But, I know when it comes out, I'll at least, like, do one piece of content with it. Maybe more. But I want to start a career on there and get to know the PGA game better. Thank you, Billy. Who do you think the player is I'd want to do a career with on PGA 2K23? Edwards lines out at short. So I don't believe Blackjack will be making any draft classes this year. He doesn't have a PS5, and I'm not expecting him to try and get one to make classes. There's no cross-platform there. Kyle knows it. I want to put Adam Kane in there, the quarterback bust. He took his rookie contract guaranteed money and decided that now after his quarterback career is done, it's time to take on the PGA Tour because he's retired now. He made a nice chunk of change off that rookie contract. Adam Kane. Kane, do you think 2K will ever get the rights to Madden again? I always thought they did a better job than EA. They have an NFL game in the works that was meant to come out this year, but it won't be now, I believe, until next year. But it's not a direct Madden competitor. It's not supposed to be a simulation NFL game. So I don't know exactly what it is going to be. But anything they can do with the football, with NFL, I am interested because 2K has done phenomenal with football in their history. And just think about how good of a game All-Pro Football 2K8 is. Imagine that game with 14 years of improvement. It'll make you sick knowing that we don't have that game. Quintero pounds it to second base, and he is retired to end the 8th. It could be like an NFL street. It could also end up being something that is more comparable to Madden's The Yard. Like, I don't know. I didn't warm anybody up. This might be Small's game to finish anyway. Base hit Mookie Betts. Bullpen is just really gassed right now. Yeah, I'm doing some best ball drafts. That's the extent of my fantasy football right now. Thank you, Rec. Glad to see you here. Never played a 2K football game. How does it compare to Madden? Looks and feels more authentic is how I'd put it. If you played All-Pro Football 2K8 and you saw just the fluidity of the game and how far along it was, especially considering it came out 2007 or 2008, 2K had a great engine for football, and they knew how to make a football game. They were great when it came to presentation, gameplay, fluidity, and just being innovative overall. Runner goes. Quintero. Got him. Oddly enough, 2K's college football game was never popular. And I've looked back to see if they're worth picking up, and it really doesn't seem like it. Like, their NFL game was really good. And their college game, like, if you put on gameplay of the NCAA college game, you're like, I don't want to play that. trying to finish off the top of the ninth here. We just had a comeback in the ninth and a walk-off win, and the same formula is going to be required in this game. There you go. Ethan Small gets the strikeout, and now we're hoping that somebody can make something happen against Alex Reyes. After an 11-inning game the night before, bullpens are gassed. Nobody's at 100%. But the show goes on. Trey Turner will come off the bench to lead things off. Wow. Clipping the outside for a strike. It's 0-2. I tried to check. Also had a contact swing on there, hoping we would at least foul something off if I chased. That was just too low. Tips for keeping things as realistic as possible? It's a difficult question, honestly. Late night Kane, this should be fun. Yeah, stream's coming to an end soon, but we'll see how soon. Appreciate you becoming a member for 2 months. Yeah, for realism, I mean, I want to have my sliders and settings in a way that makes the gameplay more realistic and for more realistic strategy to be necessary. So, when it comes to Madden, for instance, I got blown past him. I want coverage to be tight, and I want pass rush to be a big concern so that, you know, you can't just stand back and throw deep all day because you'll pay the price for it. And if that's a reality you're playing in, you have to start checking the ball down more and being smarter. And just, you stack enough of those things together, and you get a more realistic game. Nimmo to center, and he's aboard. Well, we have the tying run on first. I don't have a date yet for the first Titans episode. I am waiting on the rosters to be updated. Ryan Reynolds is next. We might have some speed, though, we can go put on first base. We can put Jake Pearson out there. Good job, Nimmo. You did your job.
Number 29, Jacob Pearson.
One down in the ninth for Brian Reynolds. Going the other way. Dropped in left field. That's extra bases. Pearson hustles to third. He'll be waved home. This game is tied. Second night in a row, the Dodgers have blown the save. And it's Rafael Devers, one down, runner at second. Ball one. Off the plate, 2-0. Remoraid, that's kind of been the thing in Madden for a very long time, and you have to keep that in mind. Well, happy birthday to your son, Jared. Clipping the outside. We'll give him that one. I want something we can pull to deep right field, preferably into the bullpen. Let that be a notice that the Dodgers pen can sit down for the night. 2-1. Oh, I wanted that to be a curveball so bad. Fishing upstairs, it's 2-2. just a piece. This is not the Detmers game, no. I'm not going to be playing that tonight now because the first game ran so long. I got to start getting somebody warm in case we need the 10th again. I think we have an off day after this. If we don't, we should. Two and two. Staying alive. I'm getting the two best guys warmed up, if needed. Off the plate, 3 and 2. It started with a Brandon Nimmo single and then a Reynolds double down the left field line. Fouled off again. Third breaking pitch Devers has fought off in this at-bat. Now pitch 9 from Alex Reyes. And he misses off the plate and Devers reaches. 2-on for Josh Bell. Ultimately, the walk there doesn't help us at all. It makes the double play easier to get. So now it's up to Bell. Ooh, slider fouled back. 3 for 3 on the night. Fouled off the slider. We were ahead of it too, ready to drive that thing to right field. He's going to that slider. Does he change up the game plan? 0-2. We're battling against these Dodgers pitchers. That's inside. Gratterall's nasty. Thank you, Joey. This might be a fun thing to try out one day, but in Madden 2002, there's an expansion draft in the first offseason? Really? I'll have to check that out. Because what year was their first year? The 2001 season. How does that work? Does it take you to the beginning before they drafted David Carr? Geronimo grounds to second, and again we're going to extra innings. The stream is continuing on until we can decide a winner in this game.
Your attention, please.
And coming out of the bullpen, I think this one goes to Dominguez.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 58, Serenity Dominguez.
I think I got it from the College Football Revamp Discord, Peyton, but I can't remember exactly. I think it's in a pinned message or something. It was, you know, earlier in the year, many months ago now.
The shortstop, Gio Urshela.
You got to give me that one. That starts over the plate. It clips. That's got to be a strike. I'll give you that one. Dominguez can't find the zone. There you go. Wasn't even close. Dominguez walks, and he's not at full stamina. Nobody is. We just had an 11-inning game, and this is the Dodgers. So, like, our starters aren't going 7 innings. The bullpen's been used all series. Now, coming off an 11-inning game, they could use a rest. But, hey, both teams are gassed equally. Blew it by him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Really want this first out. Triple-digit heat.
2-2. Count.
Got him to chase. Big strike 3 for Dominguez. And the double play remains intact.
Up next for the Dodgers.
He has to at least face Beatty. If he can't get Beatty here, or if the inning isn't over, I think Rogers gets the last out.
That's a ball.
3 batters is probably enough for Dominguez today if you see his stamina.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So this is the last batter for him. He likes the slider right now. High fastball. He's fighting. And the 2-seam misses way off the plate. 3-2, Ruiz on deck. He hammers it foul. Pitch number 9. He misses. The bases are loaded. We'll make the change.
Now batting. The catcher. K-Bird.
Rogers is nowhere near 100%. We're just trying to get through it.
Number 55. Taylor. Rogers.
Come on, Rogers. Nowhere to put him here. Oh, he went around on that. Got gifted one there. On the ground, Rogers can't get the out at home. He mishandled it. No play. It's an error on Taylor Rogers. Hit off the tip of the glove there. Otherwise, that's probably a double play.
Your attention,
That's
please.
tough.
Pinch hitting for the Dodgers.
And still just 2 down.
Teoscar Hernandez.
You don't want to see them get any more than 1. In the dirt and blocked by Quintero. Big cut by Hernandez, strike 2. Struck him out looking. A big second out for Taylor Rogers. And that brings up Mookie Betts. We've talked about his reverse splits. Got a single off Ethan Small earlier, though. Base hit left field, and the Dodgers at a run. Hoping for a second as Geronimo has the best throw of his life, and that is the inning. But the Dodgers go up 2. And we'll try to somehow pull off the heroics again. We have Edwards, Valade, and Quintero.
Leading up for the Rockies, the shortstop, Xavier.
But hey, Edwards represents the tying run. You're right, we have to get the home run. Edwards does have some pop. Ball 1. Strike 2 on the sinker. And it gets away from the catcher. Ruiz chases after it as we do get to third base. You know, it doesn't make a huge difference here in a 2-run game. But we'll take it. Base hit center field, and Edwards gets us one back. And now he represents the tying run.
Now back, second baseman.
The Rookie of the Year follows. It is Ryan Valade. Big cut, foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Favorite rebuild on the second channel? I really enjoyed how much of a challenge both the Browns and Texans series were. They really made me work in those series. I enjoyed challenge. That's to the right side. They'll get Edwards. Valade beats out the throw. One down. We still have good speed aboard. But now, Ronnie A. Quintero, unless I think we have to make the move here. Randy, appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat and the birthday wishes. Let's bring Johnny off the bench.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Off
your
day
attention,
over.
please. Pinch hitting for the Rockies, number 14, Johnny.
And it's going to be Johnny Schaefer now, representing the winning run. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Valade rounds second. He will get to third. And we have runners at the corners with one down.
The pitcher, number 55, Taylor Rogers.
If I pinch run for Schaefer, we don't have a catcher left. I really can't afford to pinch run for Schaefer at first. He represents the winning run. It's got to be Veen.
Your attention, please.
The night before, Zach Veen tripled coming off the bench to help us rally in the ninth. And now against Blake Trinan, we're down one with runners at the corners. Pitch out. You thought we'd steal with Johnny Schaefer? Up the middle. It's fielded. Veen hustling, and they got him. The game is over. And the Dodgers take game 4 of the season opening series, and it ends up being a split. These two, I think, just gave us a sign of things to come. We got two teams, and we've been chasing the Dodgers throughout this series, but I think we've been closing the gap over time. And now, I think it's more of a coin flip. Hey, though, we pulled off 2 ninth-inning comebacks, and we split. We probably should have lost both those games. Those games were so fun.
Here now is our
I love playing this game. Like, I really love playing this show. It's just a fun time every time, and I don't know if I'm going to win in a blowout, lose in a blowout, have an intense extra inning affair. Really do love this game. So, Reed Detmers is next. And he'll be in the same episode, making his Rockies debut. as we take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, who, when this game happens, will have started the year 4-0, sweeping San Diego. So that'll be interesting. Like, we've been talking about us versus the Dodgers and occasionally the Padres throughout. What if Arizona's good this year? We know their farm system is legit. Is this a team that can be a problem? With Correa, Marte, Kepler, Corbin Martin, young guns like Christian Robinson. How about this guy? Do you think this guy could be a problem? How about Kareem Gilliam? He's on the Major League roster now. How about Kevin Made? Seth Beer, who always has a good day against me. They might be a problem. Have I ever considered quick counts? Not really, no. I need to feel the at-bats. And it throws off pitch counts very badly. That was a fun time. That was a lot of action tonight. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and just thanks for supporting me in the series and just having a good time here. We're 2-2 after our opening series against the Dodgers, so there's a sneak peek of what's happening in the next episode. But that is going to do it for me tonight. I might stream soon, but I'm really just looking to get Titans going and to get more videos in general posted to the second channel. So we'll see about more streams this week. I've got some videos to get going on now. Appreciate it, Cameron. Eat Arby's. Hey, they make a pretty good French dip. But that's going to do it for me, everybody. First stream as a 30-year-old human in the books. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the next one.